Denver vlog will be posted tomorrow. You're seeing this on a Sunday. No, you're seeing this on a Monday, which is perfect because the season's over. The season's over. I love Five. Shout out Five. Had a rough game there at the end. Wouldn't have mattered if JD didn't drop the ball, right? Literally on our season. As you can tell, my voice is gone. Was cheering at the game. Happy Dory. We're going to switch back to a lot of Pacers content here soon. Very excited about their win. Very excited about them putting on for the city. Traveled miles in the air through a plane to get here and really give you guys a good experience, good vlog, but ready to give myself a chance to see the team play somewhere else. And man, oh man, did they. Early on, it was a great game. But this team is flawed. Deeper than the QB. Deeper than the RB dropping the ball at the goal line. This football team is flawed up top. I've said this probably 1,000 times. This will be 1,001. The Colts are not going to do anything playoffs-wise. They're not going to do anything if they do get to the playoffs. If general manager does not go and make changes, right? How can you say you're okay with our guys and these are what the guys are doing, right? The offensive line who was really turning it up last year, now all of a sudden regressing. It's a week-to-week league for most teams, but it's a year-to-year league with the Colts. You'll see one great thing and one glaring issue every year, and those things can never offset. What I was talking about to my uncle, and I think this is the biggest issue with the Colts, is they cannot play a complete game. Not all three. Defense plays really good today. Special teams almost played really good today, but then gave away a giant kick return. But they had their own giant kick return. But then the offense plays terrible. After that JT fumble, I mean, the offense just turned into mush, turned into nothing. You know, give up on the run because he fumbled. Because he literally purposely fumbled, basically. It's not like he was playing bad. I'm not very happy. As you can tell, I like Steichen. I still think he's a guy. I liked his play calling for most of the game. When it came to the defense getting turnovers, loved that. Still don't like Gus Bradley, if you're wondering. And you're going to be like, oh, well, Luke, he played called a second good game this year. He's play called about 10 or 11 bad. There's cuts that need to be made. A way that a Broncos fan actually said it, which is funny, was, you know, the Colts have a lot of wood to chop. It's going to be interesting to see who chops it, and sadly, you can't. And that's the biggest thing, guys. Don't stress about this season. Don't stress if your team's way out, if your team's whatever. Don't stress. You can't chop the wood. You can't go in there and say, I want this guy gone. I want to go grab this guy. I want to trade. I want to do this free agency signing. I want to draft this guy. You can't do any of that. That's all controlled by them. It is. So I'm turning the stress off button, and I will maybe commentate some games. Who knows? I'm already mad at the team. But you're going to see Pacers content. Going to see Pacer lives. Because, honestly, they're less dysfunctional. As bad as I think coaching can be sometimes, it doesn't feel like there's an overall lack of ownership for things. Final thing I'm going to get into, A.D. Mitchell. You saying he told me to throw it, and then number 50 came out of nowhere like Ed Reed? No, you don't throw your coach under the bus basically saying, oh, well, he told me to not throw it only if it wasn't there. It's not my fault that this... No accountability. There's no accountability. A.D. Mitchell came in a guy with character concerns. Not saying that's a character concern, but no one's going to go nearly as hard on them as they did on Five when he said, I'm tired. We should. You got to give the same things. These things that are being said in the media are literally things that they think the media should hear. Meaning, what do you think's going on in the locker room? What more do you think A.D. Mitchell is going on in the locker room? Do you think when he had those drop passes a few weeks ago, he blamed AR instead of blaming himself for dropping them right when they were here? There's so many problems with this team. And yes, quarterback was one of them today. Richardson had a terrible second half. But when you start blaming player to player, I think you missed it. It's an organizational problem. The locker room screwed up. McAfee said it. We all hated him for it. He's right. The lack of ownership, the lack of leadership, the lack of camaraderie is insane. They've been together for so many years that they don't play like a team, really. Guys dropping balls all over the place. Pittman fumbling. He's a guy who just got paid more than any receiver on the team, yet he plays like wide receiver 3 when he's out there. Pierce and Downs have both been better than him. I could go on to talk about the Colts for the next 15 minutes, but you guys don't need to hear all that because, first of all, it's boring, it's repetitive, and there's no reason because I'm not chopping the wood. Thank you for watching. And neither are you, so don't stress about it.